Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a planner, which I know so many of y'all love planner things. I love planner things, and I have one to show y'all that's actually like so different from anything that I've ever seen or used before, and definitely different than obviously anything I've mentioned to y'all or showed you guys before. But I'm so excited to share it with you guys because I think so many of y'all, and myself included, could get so much use out of something like this. And we're going to be talking about the My PA or my personal assistant planner, which I just love the whole concept of that. And of course I'll give you guys a whole deep dive into this guy. Just look at the like aesthetic. I love the black and the gold and how it's bound, and it's like nice and thick and sturdy, and this is just a really, really cool planner, and like I said, totally different from anything that I've used or even really seen before. So I'm really, really excited to give you guys like an in-depth look at this whole thing. And this video actually is sponsored by My PA Planner, which I'm so excited to be working with them. But of course, y'all know the drill. I'm giving you my honest, real, true thoughts of the planner, as I always do, and I'm very, very excited to share it with y'all. Of course, this will be linked down below, and keep in mind that this is a 2022 planner, so of course if y'all want to get your hands on it, I definitely recommend snagging it as soon as possible, because obviously, even though it's crazy to think about, 2022 is right around the corner, and this is definitely like a really popular item. And it was actually included in the Independent's like one of their best planners reviews, so it's also kind of like getting a lot of hype, and I think it's becoming really popular. So it's probably something that you're gonna want to snag if you're interested in as soon as you can. So before I flip you guys around and give you a little bit more of like a detailed look at this, I kind of want to give you like a general overview. I think you can kind of get from the concept of my personal assistant what this is for, but the creator of this basically wanted to have a planner that kind of functioned as a personal assistant and just kept things so organized and helped them be a lot more productive. And I don't know about y'all, obviously things are a little different now that I have a baby, but productivity is like my love language. It's like my favorite thing ever. Feeling productive, getting things done, having lists, crossing them off, all of that, being organized. Those are like my favorite things in the world. I can't really function if those things are not happening. And that's what this planner really is like created for and helps you do. And I actually think it's kind of funny because this first page here literally outlines exactly what this planner is supposed to help you do. And it says it will help you achieve your goals, manage your time, be more productive. Music to my ears. Be more organized, stay focused, keep it all in one place, overcome overwhelm, which is another thing that I struggle with. Be inspired, remember your ideas, work smarter, stay positive, and balance work and life. Which is kind of what this is for. This is sort of like a business and life planner. However, you don't necessarily need to be like a business owner or an entrepreneur or anything like that to get use out of this planner. But if you do kind of have your own business or kind of a side hustle or anything like that that you kind of manage, or even if the job that you have, even if you're not like your own boss, but you're in some kind of like leadership or managerial role, this has a lot of functions and features that I think you'd find really valuable. And it is just like so thorough in terms of the different like features it has, like resources and charts. I love charts and lists and all that kind of stuff. So like these pages literally get me so excited. And of course it has a lot of just like regular life planning as well. If you have kids, if you have a family, if you just have like stuff around the house, all that stuff you can keep track of in here, even down to like your exercise and your water consumption. Like this planner basically does it all, as you would imagine a personal assistant planner would do. It's definitely a little bit hefty, but it's not gigantic, as you can kind of tell. It's a very like manageable size. I think it's like a perfect weight and a perfect size. And honestly, I kind of like a planner that just feels kind of like sturdy and durable. I just like knowing that I'm going to be able to keep literally everything in one place, and I'm not going to run out of space or pages or anything like that. I'm so excited to share this with y'all. I also just love this whole aesthetic. I think this is very gender neutral. I feel like anyone could get down with like a very simple, sleek planner like this. And of course, we're in the holiday season, so I need to mention that this would be such a good gift option. I think gifting planners or calendars or anything like that is so clutch this time of year, because obviously like Christmas and a lot of the major holidays are like right before the new year starts. So gifting this is like very relevant. They'll be able to use it pretty much immediately. And this is also sometimes the kind of thing that people like maybe don't know that they need, and gifting it to them would like kind of change their whole entire life. So I really love planners as a gift idea. So I'm going to flip you guys around and kind of like, otherwise I would keep you like this, but otherwise everything would be kind of backwards. So I'll flip you all around so you can kind of get a better view of everything and give you a little bit more of an in-depth look. Okay, so like y'all saw, this is the cover. I love just like simple matte black, the gold, like like this is just so chic and sleek. I love that they kept this so nice and simple. And the gold, kind of like simple design, also carries onto the inside. So it's got some of your, you know, standard pages in the front here. And this welcome page gives you a really good look into kind of like what I told y'all earlier about like why and how this planner came to be. I found that super, super interesting. I definitely recommend reading that. So I read you guys this page over here because I feel like it really outlines perfectly what this planner can do for you. But it is also kind of like a slightly involved planner in terms of all, like I said, the different features and functions and resources that it has. But I love that it teaches you how to use it, because I guess it could be potentially a little bit overwhelming if you were to just kind of crack into this and see all the different pages and not know exactly how to get the most out of it. So I love that this page breaks it down for you. I feel like this page as well is super important just to like get acclimated with it. This page as well gives you like a really good deep dive into like the actual pages and what each section of each page does. So they really leave nothing up for you to like guess or assume how to use it. Of course, you can totally customize this and use it however you want. It's your planner, of course. You won't be confused. You won't be wondering like how to really maximize the efficacy of this planner. So I'm not going to go like super, super in depth, obviously, to like every single page because I won't be here forever. But I want to just give you kind of a general concept of what this planner features. So kind of like a lot of planners, like I said, this is kind of like a business or work planner, but also just a regular life planner. It gives you the opportunity to kind of like look back at 2021 and then look forward to 2022 and make a list of some goals, some targets. This gives you 50 things that you can list out here. But the idea, as you can see, is this is like a 10-year plan. So this doesn't necessarily have to be stuff you want to do only in 2022. So here's kind of like the life section. You can tell it asks like, how are you planning to live your life this year? And it just has like a whole bunch of prompts, which I think is kind of fun. Like it asks about different hobbies and purchases. It just gives you a whole snapshot of like what you might be looking forward to this year, what you want to implement, what you might do different. I feel like a lot of us need prompts like this to kind of get our juices flowing in terms of making resolutions or just kind of getting our thoughts together. I think so many people would get so much use out of having something kind of structured like this. And it has a little 2022 bucket list too, which I love. So that page is so fun. And then it kind of switches into like the businessy section. But of course, you can totally customize this. Again, like I said, it's your planner, so you can make this work for you. But of course, I think a lot of people that are really into business or want to have a side hustle or starting a side hustle, this would be a really good way to give you some structure and some direction. So again, kind of more of a journaly section about like, what is your why? I feel like when you talk about business or even just like general goals, this is a really big question. And then kind of to go along with that, it gives you a section to kind of outline your vision. You can obviously do lists, you can do pictures, you could do bullet points, you can kind of like brain dump on these pages. And I feel like sometimes that's what we need to do to like get our thoughts out of our head and down on paper. So all these questions are a really good way to kind of just like get you thinking. So these pages kind of give you some prompts and sections to outline your business goals, your business missions, branding ideas. Like there are literally so, as you can tell, there's like a good chunk of text here. There's so many ways that you can use this planner, this section in particular, to like take your business to the next level. If you're just starting out, this is just kind of a little snapshot that you can kind of start with maybe. There's kind of just like general business tips in here, honestly. So this is really like more than a planner. It's supposed to be a personal assistant. Again, like I keep saying, so many cool prompts and different sections to like just get the juices flowing. And I feel like these are things you might not think about. Like, are there any insurance or legal requirements for your business? Like I love these sections that can really get you thinking. Plus they have all these cool little quotes at the top. I'm not sure if y'all have been noticing those as I've been flipping through. Something kind of inspirational and I don't know, they're kind of cute on the top of each page. So here's a section kind of getting more into like the nitty gritty of like the cash flow and pricing structure and things like that for your business. And then I thought this was really interesting to have a page here to talk about like your competition and kind of outline like your strengths and weaknesses, where you think you can improve, where you think like you have an upper hand and things like that. Like that's not something I would ever think to like outline. Like, is there anything that this planner isn't going to help you do? And then it also has a section for your marketing plan. I love the idea of that. It helps you kind of outline your target audience, and then it kind of helps you like put together a game plan of how to actually sell your product or your services. I love this little chart here. I love charts and tables. It kind of then starts talking about like advertising, your social media marketing plan, which of course is super, super important nowadays. There's even like these pages for video marketing, podcasting. I swear they've thought of literally everything, a PR plan, some contests you could consider running, what prizes you could offer. Like, tell me this doesn't cover literally everything. It even has like a project planner, like brainstorming section here, as well as connections you may want to make make in 2022. And then just kind of a simple like monthly, weekly, daily task section. This is something I am like all about. I love a good task list. So it has like a monthly, a weekly, and a daily section. So you could kind of like list these out and check these off like every day, every week, every month, and make sure you're kind of staying on top of things. You could put this on like a bulletin board or something. And then of course, probably one of the most important parts of a business is the finance plan. And I feel like this is probably an area that a lot of new business owners especially, but probably even experienced business owners kind of struggle with, is getting the budget together, doing a P&L. This little section literally makes it so easy. It outlines every expense you can pretty much think about, and it has a little balance sheet as well. So that's mostly kind of like the businessy section. I feel like that just has so many cool features. Of course, it has a little calendar section as well. I feel like pretty much every planner has this, and this I find to be really handy. And then we kind of get into more of like the standard planner section. When you think of a planner, this is probably what you think of: the monthly spreads, the weekly spread, things like that. So all that stuff I showed you all in the beginning is just kind of like bonus features. And then these pages are kind of, you know, where you can plan your life, business, and also just personal. So the beginning of every month has the monthly spread, your goals and actions, your project planner. So this kind of can break down like a lot of the things maybe you wrote in the first portion, and you can kind of compartmentalize things, maybe plan them out on a more like specific basis. And it gives you an entire social media content planner. So this could be useful whether you have a separate business and you just promote and market and advertise it on social media, or maybe kind of like me, social media is sort of your job. This could be something that you could totally use for any of those purposes. I think this is so handy, and they have this for every single month, which is so useful. And so here's your weekly spread. I love this. Again, it has a little quote up there. Regular action column is just kind of like it says, just normal everyday things that you would typically do. And then it also gives you a whole long column for goals, projects, things like that that might be more specific. I love this to watch / read / note / ideas, like things that you're planning on getting around to watching or reading or taking note on, or honestly just a place to jot down ideas. You can see kind of across the top it has a note section there as well. I always need a note section because I end up just jotting down like random stuff that doesn't necessarily belong in the planner section. So I like that they kind of have those areas open. And then they also have a to buy / expenses list. I always use that. I usually just jot down like groceries or things I need to like run to Target for or something. And then as you can see, there's a breakdown for each day, and it's kind of like an hourly breakdown, which I think a lot of people find really, really handy. It does have a Monday start, which is personally my preference. And I feel like especially for someone using this for like business purposes, having a Monday start is really, really important. So it gives you just a little section to write down a couple daily goals, and obviously those can be business related or just life related if you want to make sure you get a workout in, or if there's a specific errand you need to run. And then of course gives you a section to plan out your day like by the hour, whether that's appointments, whether it's just kind of structuring your day. I personally sometimes find myself needing to actually put hours on my tasks rather than just having a list. I need to actually structure it so that I stick to some kind of plan and actually get it done. So whether you have clients or you have a really strict schedule, or you just need to kind of get yourself a little bit more organized, I find these hourly planners are really handy. But of course, if you don't want to use it for hourly purposes, you don't have to. You could just use these lines as a list of things to do. And then at the bottom of each page, I really like this feature. It has a section for you to record the number of minutes that you've meditated or exercised and keep track of your water intake. So I feel like, again, even though this is kind of like a businessy planner, it very much includes a lot of like your normal life stuff that you really might find important to keep track of. So that's the weekly spread. And then after the weekly spread, they give you a chance to kind of do a weekly review to reflect and maybe make improvements. So it kind of has some business stuff, as you can see, in terms of like sales calls and email subscribers, but also has just like kind of general stuff in terms of like what goals did you achieve, what did you get done, what didn't you get done. And it gives you a section for gratitude, which I feel like is so fun. You could like fill this out every single day and just like jot something down on a daily basis, or at the end of the week you could kind of like think back. Maybe you could flip through some of the things that you either did or accomplished from that week and include that in your gratitude journal. And then this section, I kind of love how just like open it is. It's just like an idea section, so you can just jot stuff down. Like I said, I really like need sections like this in my planners for like video ideas or like just random things I plan on doing or want to get around to, and I just need to get it out of my head and down on paper. You could jot stuff down. You could even like tape stuff or staple or like glue stuff in here if you have like receipts that you want to keep track of, or maybe even just like memories. If you like went to the movies or did something really special, you could throw those in here. This section can be used a million ways, however you want to use it. I love the idea of making this section something that like really benefits you every week, no matter what you use it for. And that is basically the breakdown for the whole rest of the planner. It just pretty much repeats that setup throughout the whole rest of it. It also, as you saw that just peeked out, has a little bookmark, which I find so important. I literally couldn't work with a planner that didn't have a bookmark. And this has 2 bookmarks, which is always better than 1. That's pretty much a breakdown of what this planner has to offer. offer. Like I said, I think that this could just do so much good for so many people, business minded or not. This is just such a valuable tool, and I think this will make your 2022 even better than 2021 was, and will really help you make the most out of this next year. Oh, and I did want to quickly mention it does kind of have like a wrap-up section here at the back in terms of, again, doing some more profit and loss statements, kind of going over your cash flow, looking back on the year, and then again some of the standard features like a contacts page, looking forward at 2023. I also love that you can kind of do like a bullet journal kind of thing back here, and then of course there are just list pages. Like I said, list pages are just my favorite. I swear there's like nothing that this planner can't do, won't do, doesn't have. They've literally covered everything. I can't believe they got like every feature you could imagine into one planner. I don't know how they did that. So that's everything for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I just love planner talk. Planners, I don't know why. Planners and coffee mugs are just like some of those things, and water bottles, tumblers that I just can't get enough of. I'm really, really excited that I was able to share this with y'all. And again, thank you to my PA planner for partnering with me on this video. I've had so much fun like learning about this planner and sharing it with you guys. It's just so different, and I think it can add so much value to your life. I cannot wait to dive into it and like really see what I can get out of it. Like I mentioned, of course, I will have it linked down below for y'all to check out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that y'all enjoyed. If you would like to subscribe, I would love to have you. We have so much fun here, and until next time, I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.